Hi there, my name is Paul Willems and welcome to a new video. In this video we are going to enrich our keywords and start our internal research. Okay, in this video we are going to expand our keyword list and we are going to check the search volume and we are going to take a look at Google Trends for each keyword and we are going to take a look at the competition. And taking a look at the competition is really challenging because it seems to be we have a niche market here. So there are not really a lot of words for the Rubik Cube. So, and there are not a lot of websites. So it might be possible that I have a little competition here. But first, I'm going to expand my list of 20 keywords. And how I'm going to do that? I'm going to do this by the Google Keyword tool. It's hard enough to get to come up with 20 keywords, so it's even harder to get 40 keywords. So I'm going to use the keyword planner for it. And the keyword planner is a part of Google Ads. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Google Ads, and that's the advertisement program of Google. It's nice when I type in Google Ads, it won't be the first position in Google. So I go to Google Ads and let me get it for you in English. Here we go. So important when you are logging on to Google Ads and you are new, you can just simply log in with your Google account. And it's for free. But when you start advertising on Google, of course, you need to pay. But it's free to use the Google Keyword tool, and the Google Keyword tool will give you suggestions. So you can press Start Now, or you can press here, Start Now. But when I press Start Now, it's going immediately to some of my accounts. So that doesn't work. So if you press Start Now, you have to fill in your details, and then Google will take you through a guided program to start your first campaign. And that's okay because it's used to starting campaigns, but you need to skip the guided campaign. So it's really important to take the right steps at the next screen that I will show you. So if you have registered at Google, you will get this screen, and this screen will help you to get a campaign started. But what you're going to do is you're going to press this sentence here, skip the guided setup. This is the thing you have to skip, and then you get into another screen. And in this other screen, you have to verify your email address and your country. Well, that's okay, that's no problem, but you have to skip the guided setup. If you fill in your email address and your website, or one of both, and press continue, you will be guided through the process by making Google Ads. Still, you don't have to pay for your Google Ads, but you must give your credit card details. If you won't give your credit card details, you just have to press skip the guided setup. So always press skip the guided setup, and then that will lead you to the screen that I'm going to show you next. So if you made it to skip the guided setup, you will end up in a screen like you see here. And what we need is the Google Keyword tool. So if I press here, Tools and Settings, and then I go to the Google Keyword Planner, and I will press the Google Keyword Planner, then I have two options: discover new keywords or get search volume for forecasts. And what I want to do is discover new keywords because I want to expand my list of keywords. So I'm going to press here, discover new keywords, and then it asks you, well, please type in keywords. We have already 20 keywords, but I think it can handle actually 10 keywords. So I'm going to my keyword list. I'm just going to copy my 20 keywords, going back to Google, and I'm going to paste my keywords here. And yeah, it says you can get only 10 keywords, but that's okay. So 10 keywords, then I press enter, and here you will see the keywords. I have a lot of Dutch keywords in it because for some reason Google knows that I'm Dutch. So here in the top I can redo my settings, but the settings that you will get will be the right settings for your country. But since my videos are especially for English viewers, I must have English targeting. So I'm going to delete my Dutch targeting, and I'm going to press save. So it says all the locations. My language must be English. search network might be Google. That's okay too. And now you will see I will have really good suggestions for my Rubik Cube keywords. And there's also really a lot. It's over 3,000 suggestions. So from all these suggestions, I will need to have the best. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just download my keyword IDs by pressing this button here. There we go. And what I can do now is I can actually here start a new sheet. And I will name it keyword IDs. And what I can do is I can import my sheet here. And I must upload the sheets. And here I'm going to select a file from your device. And I'm going to select the keyword ID. So this document, I'm going to upload it to my Google. So there we go. And replace current sheets. I think that's okay. So because I specially made this sheet, replace current sheet. And now just import the data. And there it is. Here's my sheet. And here are the current IDs. So this is really nice. First two I can just delete. Those are not important. And what I see now is that a worldwide search for the Rubik's Cube is 1 million. So that's a lot. But here you have the competition. And here is the competition index, top bit, and top bit of page. And the competition and this everything, this has all to do with Google Ads. And since we are talking about SEO and now not about SEA, the competition for SEA is not relevant. We are going to search for the competition, but it is a different competition than the competition you will find in the keyword IDs of the Google Keyword Planner. Really, really important. So I'm going to delete these columns. And currency is also not relevant, and the average monthly searches, well, it would be nice if I could see them, but I can't. And why is that? That's because I do not have a paying account at Google Ads. And if you have Google Ads campaign set up, then you will get exactly 364,000 searches. But I get a range between the 100,000 and 1 million. So it's not really helpful, but it gives me an indication that this word is probably better than this word. So I'm going to delete these columns too. And what I can do is actually I can delete all these columns too. And that leaves me just with these 3 columns. And what I need to do now is to get the best keywords there are for my keyword research. And I can even replace these keywords with the best keywords that I find here. So how to do it? Well, actually quite easy. Select everything, data, sort range. The data has a row header, it's this one. And what I actually want is the maximum search volume from A till Z. And when I press sort, then I will get the best keywords possible here. And we just talked in the previous video about long tail words. Well, timer is probably a good word. People search for timer and it will be shown in Google for 10 million times. But if I optimize my website for timer, nobody will search for a Rubik Cube. So I'm not going to use this one. What I do want, so I'm going to insert an extra column. What I do want is good keywords. So I'm going to select from these words. And so based on, well, there are enough words that are really good. And I think I want to have a list of about 50 good keywords. So I'm going to place an X here if the keyword is good. And this is a long tail keyword and it's got a high search volume. So now I'm going to go down the list and select good long tail keywords with high search volume for my keyword list. So I think I've almost over 50 words. So now I'm going to sort my range again and just do it on column A. And then I'll do a sort. And let's see how much I got. It's 43. Yeah. So probably these are the winners. And these are the words that I'm going to use. So I'm going to copy them. I'm going to paste them for now here. And well, I think I'm going to use just the first 40. And it's up to you. If you have more keywords, then it should be better to use words. Well, the search volume is between hundreds, thousands, and 1 million. So what we see here are ranges. And what I can do now is just type by hand these ranges. So hundreds, thousands, till 1 million. And here we have 10,000 till 100,000. And here we'll have 1,000 until 10,000. And that's it actually. So the search volume that we have is, for those three, it is 1 million. For these, it is 100,000. And let's see, this one belongs also here in the range. And the rest is actually just 1,000 till 10,000, which is quite good, because sometimes I use even words that have 10 till 100, maximum 100 searches. So that's quite good, and we are going to set it like this, and then I can delete these columns again. So these words are really nice and important. And the next step, it takes a little longer, because I want to see what is the trend for the Rubik's Cube. So if I copy these words and I go to Google Trends, so I'm going to paste the Rubik Cube. And what I will see now is, here, worldwide, what I will see now is a trend index. So what I need to do is I need to download it, and then I need to open it. And regardless what program you use, here's just the list of monthly searches. And what I can do now is just type in a formula, is average, and then the value can be just here. And then the average value is 49. So what I can type in here is the trend volume is 49. And the next one, how to solve a Rubik Cube, I can also paste it here. And you see that the trend is a lot lower, but there's not a way yet to see it. So for this, I need to do the same. Now I can just say open it. And here I can also say each is average. And then I need to select everything here. Press enter. So this average trend volume is 24, and then I type in here 24. And the next one, how to solve a Rubik's Cube. That's a nice one because it looks almost the same. So when I copy it and I'm going to paste it, I'm curious if it's got the same index. Well, it looks a lot different, and it's just one character different here. So I'm really curious what is the average number here. And you can calculate easily by Excel, or you can even import it into Google Spreadsheets, which is totally for free, and you can calculate there quick the average. But since my computer is a MacBook and it opens right away numbers, it's not the best program, but it goes fast now. So this is 47, so that's a nice finding. This is 47. So the word here, how to solve a Rubik's Cube, is almost as popular as the trend word. So that's good. So for these words, I will continue in a minute. And now I'm going to take a look at the competition, because, and I have a little help for myself. So I got it here. So if you type in Google, in URL Rubik's Cube and in title Rubik's Cube and in anchor Rubik's Cube, you will find the number of websites that are optimized for the Rubik's Cube. And since I am going to optimize my website really, really well, I can just compete with the best websites there are. Why? Because when I do just a simple search on Google on Rubik's Cube, look at the number of results, 33,800,000. So that's really, really a lot. And all these websites, they have the words Rubik's and Cube in them. So if I go to, let's say, page 10, and then page 14, and then page 18. So if I am on page 16, there's even information about Rubik cubes. But I can imagine if I just type a random website, that this website is pretty poorly optimized for the word Rubik's Cube. So Rubik's Cube share industry. The word Rubik's Cube is a lot in it, but it's probably not that good optimized. So what I need is only the best words for Rubik Cube. And to find the best words, I can just do a search like this. When I paste this advanced search, I see that I will find only the websites that have Rubik's Cube in their URL, so it should be somewhere here, that have the Rubik's Cube in the title, so it should be here, and in the anchor, and that will be a link text into the website. So by having the words in these three important places on the website, I know all those websites are optimized. So those websites are the only websites that is competition for me. So let's do the search here. I don't see any results. So it means that there are two ways, or there are no websites that have all these words available, or it might be that Google is having a hard time processing the comma S. So Rubik Cube, when I do a search for that, so there's more, you see? So I had a hard time with the Rubik Cube. And here's also Rubik Cube. Here's Rubik Cube. And what I need to have now is on the word Rubik Cube, there's actually 22,900. Oh, let me go here. I do have 22,900 competitors. So that's a lot. And how to solve a Rubik's Cube? That's really challenging because I don't think I will get any hits for that one, although it had a high index. And I know I will experience problems with the comma S, so I'm going to delete them. So it should be, I'm going to look for how to resolve a Rubik Cube. And there are only 391 competitors. So here I can fill in 391 competitors. And here it's a Rubik's with an X, Rubik's Cube. So I'm going to paste it here, and I hope that I will see the same now that you are going to see, that Google is wondering why I'm doing all these complicated advanced searches, and now it's going to ask me probably if I am a spam robot. No, not yet. 354, nice. So let's continue here. Rubik's Cube timer. And let me try again if it can deal with the comma S. Probably not. It has all to do. No. Maybe I can just say Rubik's without the comma S. Maybe that's better. Maybe it was better also for the first one. So there it is, 576. So that's a lot. So 576. So I have the competition here, and what I need to do now, and that's quite a lot of work for me to get all the details for all the words, and this is quite some work. So I'm going to pause the video because this is going to take me, I guess, 1.5 hours to figure it out everything. So I'm going to get the trends, I'm going to get the competition, and I will be back in the video when I have all the information. So I've completed my keyword list, and as you can see, there are the trend is pretty much average, and the competition is pretty much average. And what I need to do now is to find the best keywords based on search volume, trends, and competition. So I'm getting a little dizzy of all those numbers, and what is better to see is to add some color to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the competition, and then I'm going to press Format and then Conditional Formatting, and then I set a color scale. And well, minimum value, that's very good here. And the midpoint, well, this is a really high competition, and the competition should be between 1,000 and almost 0. So I think when the number of competition is, let's say, well, this is actually good. This should be an average and neat average for the competition. And then is the maximum volume, the maximum point, that should be red. Dark red. So let's see, the number here should be also a little red done. So now I can see only the green colors here. Those are good because I have less competition here. So the higher the number, the worse it is. So they need to be red. Trends is the other way around. The higher the trend, the better it is. So I can also do a conditional formatting and set the colors, and then just say should be the other way around. Should be dark green if it's high, it should be red if it's low, and the number in the middle should be 50. And well, this looks pretty good, because the greener it is, the better it is. And here you already see that I have here a word which has pretty high trend and pretty low competition. So based on this, I can already say that it's good. It is hard to conditional format this column because these are not really numbers. It's more like a sentence. So what I easily can do is just select this by hand and say, well, this is very good. So dark green. These ones are also good, but not as good as the first one. So a little bit lighter. And these ones are also good, but not really good. So I'm going to make it like this. What I'm going to do now is to set the order alphabetically. That's nice. So I'm going to select everything and then press data, sort range, and then say sort it on the keyword from A till Z. And now I can by hand say, okay, if I'm going to use 3 keywords for my keyword research, which one should it be? Well, it should be one with a high search volume. How to solve Rubik's Cube has a high search volume, but for some reason there's not many trends, and the competition is acceptable. So I think trends is important. And here's one, doesn't have a really high search volume, although 100,000 a month worldwide is pretty good. 71 trend volume and only 184 competitors. So I think this one is good for me for taking into account for a rather investigation. Rubik's Cube, nice. It's got a really high search volume. Well, average index, but it's got really a high competition. So I think although it is kind of a long tail word, it is not doable to get this word Rubik's Cube into the first position of Google. This one should be quite good. Rubik's Cube 4 times 4. 100,000 viewers, quite trending and low on competition. And the final, which one should be also good? I think I'm going to look for a higher trend. This one I've already have. Although a Rubik Cube pattern, I think that word means what pattern do you need to use to solve the Rubik's. Not really much people look for it, but it is really trending and there's not a lot of competition. So this one I'm using also. And now you can see from almost 40 words, I have only 3 words that are good. So this is what makes SEO so complicated. You have a lot of words within a category, but only a few words are good, suitable to get it high in Google. That's it. I hope you liked the video. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel.